final show of Training Camp Live presented by American Airlines, the official airlines of the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Nick Eatman, I'm Kyle Youmans, and we have a treat for you. How about red zone one-on-one drills? Let's go ahead and get into the action automatically. And Nick, this is where you're going to see a lot of that competition between especially some young guys going at it.
Yeah, without a doubt there, Nahshon Wright and Parker. Parker on a nice move there. He's had an okay camp. Is it Aaron Parker?
Kind of under the radar camp, is to say, because he's been overshadowed by guys like Osiris Mitchell and then on the other side of Malik Turner. I think Aaron Parker is certainly in that conversation of having a really nice camp. On the far side, Michael Gallup going up against Kelvin Joseph, and the veteran just taught him a lesson.
Wow. That's like, he took like 4 steps. I didn't know if they were even doing the drill, and then he just took off. Now, here's a guy right here that I think's had probably the most surprising camp of anyone. Maurice Kennedy, 31. Please make a play while we're talking about you. Okay.
He was there defensively.
Looked
like a poor route from Johnny Dixon. Looked like maybe a miscommunication with him and Cooper Rush at quarterback. But you're right. I mean, the fact that Kennedy has come in as a guy who opted out in 2020 and showed out as much as he had has really been a pleasant surprise.
Oh,
Simi Fehoko.
He did the same thing as Gallup. Took a little time to kind of get going and then nice inside slant, but he's got to catch it. That's his game. Big, strong guy, but he's got to catch it.
There's Cooper Rush right over the middle, and that one's knocked away by Deontay Burton. Going up against Reggie Davis. That's a mismatch.
That's a mismatch right there. Especially for that route. Now, you want to run down the field, that's a different story. But that route, boy, that's a mismatch. But Burton, he's got that claw he can put on, especially a guy like Davis. Is this Gallup again?
I believe it's Brennan Eagles.
Oh, okay, Eagles. Let's see if Joseph can turn it around here.
Might have been
no
flag
not going to call anything.
On the far side.
Okay.
There are officials in this drill, so if there was enough contact to constitute a pass interference penalty, they would have thrown a flag.
Trayvon Diggs has been like Dikembe Mutombo all day. He's just like swatting everything that comes his way.
Whether it's been in drills or it's been –
it's like the third time he's just swatted it down. Like, get this out of here. Here's Jordan Lewis.
Oh, and Mitchell almost came up with a very nice grab after tripping over the pylon.
Yeah, just the best thing there is getting up and getting back in the drill. That looked kind of awkward. Is Diggs going at it again here?
It is. It's
Diggs
against Noah Brown. And what a throw over the top from Garrett Gilbert. Completed that one to Noah Brown, and Brown had just a tiny bit of separation, but Gilbert found the window.
Yeah, nice job by Noah Brown. I just got done talking about Diggs there. He's had a nice day, but that was a great pass and great catch, like you said. Ooh, Cedric Wilson out of bounds.
That's another good thing about having these referees in the drill is if we have a borderline play, you get to see a couple guys compete here. CeeDee Lamb goes up over the top and gets it from Nahshon Wright.
I'm telling you, Kyle, I really like Nahshon Wright.
I do too.
I like him. It's early for him. He's in position. He was doing it against Pittsburgh, against Claypool. He'll get there. That
was a learning rep, no doubt about it. And going up against a guy like CeeDee Lamb is going to improve these cornerbacks every single time.
I don't think every guy that in that position makes that catch. CD's kind of different. We're seeing that all camp. I thought that was a really nice play by Nahshon Wright. Good job again by Kennedy. He came in here and said, okay, he's a special teams ace, and he still might be. But he's at a point now, I think Joe Witt said it, he's doing so many things, we got to get him on the field.
No doubt, and he did a nice job there. That was a great explanation or illustration, I guess, of your previous point of, looked like Michael Gallup slipped a little bit going up against Trayvon Diggs. But your previous point of saying that not every receiver is going to make that play with that small of a window. That was pretty much the same window between Aaron Parker and Maurice Kennedy.
There you go.
And Kennedy got a PBU because of it.
That's right, and that's just how special CD is. But if this is the start for Nahshon Wright, I really like what we're seeing here.
I like that as well. Deontay Burton again got in with the left hand. That's his second straight good rep.
And that's the second straight little guy he's covered. And that's his thing. He's going to be okay in those little guys like that, especially down here in the red zone. See if Fehoko makes the catch. That's a nice play.
A lot of the competition around the slot corner position are centered around Jordan Lewis and, of course, Maurice Kennedy now thrown into the mix. Deontay Burton's probably that third guy.
Yeah.
Might be the odd man out whenever roster trims come down, but he's at least in the conversation. There's a nice play from Nahshon Wright, a little off balance and caught by Cable off to the side.
He's everywhere. Cable's everywhere. But, yeah, Nahshon Wright, again, that's one of those plays that, a fade to Reggie Davis, that's not really going to be his strong suit, especially against a guy like Nahshon Wright.
6'4" as a corner. Reggie Robinson up against Brennan Eagles, the Texas undrafted free agent against the fourth rounder, excuse me. Noah Brown on Kennedy.
Nice
How
play.
about that play from Kennedy over the top?
I'm just getting surprised. Not surprised anymore. I'm just impressed every time. Every time he's making a play, he's getting to the point where you just wonder how much playing time he's going to get. Good job by Trayvon Diggs. That looked like a veteran play at corners, pushing him out of bounds. Like, all right, you're not going anywhere else. Play's over. He just basically ran him off the road. Ooh.
Good throw again from Cooper Rush. And it was Burton.
Burton's winning this drill, isn't he?
He has. He's at 4 straight where his receiver has not completed it.
Really liked early at camp. I saw what Brandon Smith was doing. I think he's kind of tapered off somewhat here. You see how I kind of lowered my voice there as he's walking by me?
He took off the broadcast voice and said, yeah, we're having a conversation here.
Well, I don't think you ever take it off, Kyle.
No,
it's always there
on.
for you.
That's
your gift. That's your gift. It's your gift.
Here's CeeDee Lamb. Elevation and both feet down in the back of the end zone.
Yeah, I think one butt equals two feet, right? I mean,
it is. I think he got both feet down regardless.
That looked good to me. Is that an Anthony Brown kind of limping up?
I love the interactions of some of these guys after the play. Burton and Kennedy and Brown just saying, you got to be kidding me, man. You got to be kidding me.
This guy's unreal. His catches he's made is just ridiculous this year. Like, we're thinking about doing the top 10 catches. I mean, good luck paring it down. I mean, you basically take one every day from
CeeDee Lamb, yeah. Alone. I mean, CeeDee alone, you could do 15.
You don't want to embarrass people by saying, here's the top 10 catches of camp, and 9 of them are CeeDee. Now, Kennedy might have the other one, that interception and the Rams drill.
Against the Rams, yeah, off of Matthew Stafford. That was a very nice play. There's Aaron Parker with a nice route right up on that goal line. He was able to get a step on Trayvon Diggs. There's some coaching on the backside here from Al Harris talking with Trayvon Diggs. It's something that I think he needs to grow into a little bit as a veteran, is being able to cover underneath just as much as he can down the field.
Yep. And Al Harris is a great guy to teach it, as we see that route right there. Nice job by Gallup, but if that play develops like that, then the Cowboys' offensive line is going to be back to elite, because that play took forever to get going down here in the red zone. It usually don't have that much time. But back to Al Harris, he is a tall, lengthy, playmaking corner. I think he's a perfect guy to be coaching Trayvon Diggs and all these guys, especially a guy like Nahshon Wright.
Yep. Tall, lanky
Get
corner.
Your hands up.
Got it in the hand in there and knocked it away. Davis had both hands on the football, and Wright was able to jar it loose.
He looks like a third-round pick to me.
He does.
I know there's a lot of talk about who's this guy, and maybe that was a reach or whatever. He's looked every bit as good as anyone ever thought. I think he's exceeded expectations throughout this camp this offseason.
I was about to say, the offseason in general.
Yeah, all the way. Here's a guy that hasn't actually done that, and it's Simi Fehoko. He's struggled a little bit there, but he's he's running the routes, he's making the plays. He beat Trayvon Diggs, probably the best corner on the team, and he can't catch the ball. That's he's got to have it.
Has had looks like a bit of a poor habit trying to break in terms of the body catching. That was one of the knocks against this film during his time at Stanford, and maybe with some professional coaching and things of the sort, maybe he will have a little bit more success along the way. But overall, I thought the corners showed out really well in that drill. Nahshon Wright, Deontay Burton, Maurice Kennedy, really all three stood out.
Yeah, without a doubt. The length, the length there, especially for guys like Burton and Nahshon Wright. Kennedy's done a great job as well. But just some of those fades, you could just tell they really understand how to defend that ball and using the sideline to their advantage.
So, Nick, now after taking a look at some of the one-on-ones, how much do you think some of the younger players kind of benefited throughout training camp in general, not just today, but throughout the time in Oxnard, that they're going to be able to take that into the preseason?
Well, I think a lot of the guys also benefited from other injuries, like for instance Amari Cooper not practicing. That helped the guy like Malik Turner playing a lot, and Michael Gallup had missed some time as well. So some of those guys got a lot more reps, and we got a better understanding of Noah Brown, Cedric Wilson. And on the flip side, Jordan Lewis didn't practice a whole lot, and Kennedy's done a really nice job there jumping in. So I think a lot of these guys took advantage of their opportunities.
Yeah, final practice here from Oxnard. The Cowboys take on the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona for preseason game number 2 on Friday, but that's going to do it. Wraps up the West Coast swing for the Cowboys. Special thanks throughout all of the training camp lives to American Airlines, the official airlines of the Dallas Cowboys, and more specifically with Alex Lilly, has shot every single one of these.
Nice.
He has edited every single one of these, and he's smiling behind the camera because he's done a fantastic job with all of us. But for Nick Eatman, I'm Kyle Youmans. That's going to do it for us here for Training Camp Live in 2021.